Hey, everybody. Welcome to Plexus Living Free, our Monday night call. And we are going to be talking about objections and how to handle them. So I'm so excited to dig into this skill. And this is exactly what it is. This is just a skill to be learned. And as you learn how to handle, first of all, identify objections and then overcome them, it's going to help you with recruiting, retention, and duplication. So we are going to dig in. But first, what I want to say is happy May 1st. I hope you guys are so excited about this month. It's going to be a fabulous month. It is the official launch of Leaders Retreat Contest. And raise your hand if you're planning on getting on that boat with me, earning that cruise. It's going to be incredible. I hope all of you have made a decision, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a decision because there's going to be no handouts for this cruise. You have just as much of a shot as earning this cruise as I do, actually more than I do, because you have greater chances of ranking up. You have more ranks that you can hit than me. I have one opportunity to rank up, and that's to diamond. I've got one little rank up credit to hit, but a lot of you have a lot of them. So that is really exciting. And this contest truly levels the playing field. And it is really a new growth leaders retreat. So this is really sales and retention and duplication. And you can do that if you make the decision and get into activity now. Our company is so generous that we have double credits this month. So I would do whatever you have to do to get new conversations going. I would spend the next 2 weeks front loading your new conversations. And if that's 5 a day, 10 a day, do what you have to do to gain the results that you want to gain, because it will be worth it. When you're seeing people and the pictures of people getting on the boat on November 4th or whenever that is, you're going to want to be in those pictures. You're not going to want to miss out. So take the pictures, do the new messages and get into activity now. This is not a wait till magic week kind of thing to get you to move forward. This is get into activity now and start recruiting and then retaining. Huge thanks to Deirdre for starting these retention troubleshooting hours Mondays at 7:30. Listen, Deirdre is a very busy emerald with a big team, and she's taking time out of her busy schedule to help everybody with retention. So a couple things on that. Number one, do you have a retention system? Are you following the 10 touch method? And if you need help on this, hyper focus on the skill of retention. Leah has done some excellent trainings on retention, and you can learn the skill and implement excellent retention and giving your people excellent care. And on top of all that, Deirdre is giving her time once a week at 7:30 to help us with retention. So thank you, Deirdre, and so proud of those of you that hopped on that call. And I know that it will benefit you greatly. So, and then we've got free shipping for new customers. We've got $3 shipping, lots of May incentives. It's going to be a great month. April was actually a bigger month than March, which is incredible because March was our biggest month of the year to date, and last month was bigger. And here's the thing, we can keep that momentum going because the momentum starts with you. Momentum is an energy, and when you are feeding your faith and starving your fear, when you are tuning in to Channel P, when you are building your belief and your faith on what could be and should be, and why what we have is so important, and it is so important to steward it well, that is infectious, and people want that, and they want to be with passionate leaders. So I would very highly encourage you to continue and move on in building your faith every single day in what we have and why we're doing it. Sales is a very noble thing when you come at it from a service perspective. When your attitude is, my job description is to love and serve other people, and we have solutions to people's biggest needs outside of Jesus. And we do. We have needs to people's biggest solutions outside of Jesus. I went to Costco and grapes were almost $9. Grapes, $9. People need income these days, people. People need income and people don't feel good. And it's really hard to be and do and have all that God has for them when they don't feel good or they don't have the resources to do what God's put in their heart. And they're punching a clock, funding somebody else's dreams. So what we have is huge. Build your belief every single day. Get into our Y Plexus group, read a testimony about the business and the opportunity, and build your belief. So, all righty. Well, I think that's it in terms of May. Be reaching out to people. Exactly. And that should fuel you. And listen, somebody can come in today and earn leaders retreat. That is absolutely possible. They actually have a fabulous chance of earning if they come in and start sharing today. Okay. So let's talk about objections. You're reaching out to people and someone says, well, it sounds really great, but, well, I would share with people, but I'm too busy. They're too much money. I'm not a salesperson. I'm an introvert. I've done MLMs before. I think we should all get everything we need from food. Has anybody heard any of these? Anybody? You've heard these comments? Okay. So these are all objections to the products or the business. And guess what? Objections can be your best friend in the recruiting process. These things come up when you're recruiting, right? You've sent out a message, you've reached out, you've asked if they're open to hearing about Plexus. They say yes, they watch a video, you ask if they're ready to get started, and then they come back with a yes, but. And here's the thing, what you have just encountered is a clue and a help because it shows you what they're thinking. And the way I think of objections is this is an indicator for you and a puzzle piece to help you help them overcome their own limiting belief. Because that's all that objections are. It's a limiting belief. Because for every objection that somebody has, there is a diamond or a jewel in this company that had that same thought. They just chose for it to become a stepping stone instead of a stumbling block. And somehow they overcame that thought or circumstance. So when someone says, but I'm not a salesperson, I don't want to be pushy, I don't have time, what they're really saying is, you know what? Please show me that there really is a way. Or, you know what? What I really think is, I don't think this is worth my time. Would you show me that it is? Or, you know what? I really want to buy the products, but I don't have extra disposable income. I really want extra income. Can you help me figure out how to make extra income? Do you see what I'm saying? It's a clue for you to help flip the script and show them another way. The first thing you need to know about objections after the fact that it's an indicator of what they're thinking and they want you to help them overcome it. When I get an objection, to me, that is an invitation. Help me overcome this limiting belief, okay? But the way you have to do this is not, I'm going to convince you. You don't have to be pushy. I'm going to convince you these aren't too expensive. I'm going to convince you this is worth your money. No. What you do is you are going to let them know that they've been heard, validate them, and then show them another way. And we do this through the method called feel, felt, found. Someone says to me, let me demonstrate this. Someone says to me, you know what? The business, it's intriguing to me, but I'm just too busy. I don't need another thing on my plate. Okay, I would say, you know what? I know exactly how you feel because I did. I'm not lying. I know exactly how you feel. When Brittany cast vision for me, I was actually looking to take things off of my plate. But what I found was I actually could start building a significant income. I didn't need a ton of time. I just needed to be intentional with the time that I did have And it actually ended up being a better use of my time because it took my family closer to our dreams being fulfilled. Feel, felt, found. Okay. Someone says to me, yeah, I could never do what you do, Michelle. You're like loud and gregarious. You like to talk. I'm an introvert. I don't like any of that. I mean, that's not me. You know what? I totally get that. And yeah, I'm an extrovert, but I understand. And my friend Brittany, you remind me a lot of my friend Brittany. She's an introvert. And she said it was very hard for her to be with people. But what she found was to be successful in network marketing, it's just a simple set of skills that anybody can learn. And she just decided that she wasn't going to let being uncomfortable stop her from changing everything for her family. I know how you feel because that would be uncomfortable. What I found was it's just a simple set of skills. It's not based on personality. You can do this. Feel, felt, found. Brittany felt the same way. She just found that she could do it regardless of her feelings. So you can either base it on your own experience or that of someone close to you. Like, for example, if I'm talking to a teacher, I say, you know what? I can only imagine how you feel, but my good friend Christina, she knew exactly how you felt. She was a teacher with a specialist degree, and she could not earn more money by teaching harder. But what she found is that she could build an incredible income while working. And now she actually makes more money. She actually tithes and gives more money away each month than she used to make as a teacher. So do you see, you don't have to have your own personal experience. It can be that of a friend or a story, which is why it's very important for you to learn other people's stories and to read a testimony every day. So you develop a mental Rolodex of stories so that you can connect people with those that are like them. Because when people see someone like them being successful, they think there's room for me. There's a pathway for me. If she could do it, I could do it. Okay. So feel, felt, found is how we want to handle things. And there are only a few objections out there, friends. And we've pretty much seen them all. And we've got PDFs on how to handle all of them. And we're just going to go over a couple scenarios with you. And it's in our team chat, our team page, and you can go in and print off these PDFs so you can read them. I would not read the responses to people, but you can use them as an outline for when you are talking to people and use your own language, but it becomes an outline for how you want to follow up with people. Okay, so I'm having a really hard time finding the right document. That's okay. Let's see. 1 second. Okay. I think I got it. And there's only a few objections out there. And this is another thing that I want to say about objections. Here's the deal. You have to be willing to be, and I think that Christina said this first. You have to be willing to be a disaster before you're going to be a master. Okay. It is normal. When I started handling objections, I was not very good at that. And we didn't have these great PDFs and tools to use. And I stunk at it at first, but the more confidence I built, the more I did this, the more I was able to very confidently identify and overcome objections. Okay, there are 2 ways to skin a cat. And so we are just going to go here. So my internet is very slow. I'm going to share my screen. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Okay, so you see my screen. We're going to go to the team page, make it bigger. I don't know how to get rid of that. So, okay, Everybody see our team page? And we're going to go to the guides and how to share Plexus. And where's the objections? I think we actually have a guide. I'm showing you these things, these guides, because hopefully they will help you. How to handle objections. See, we have a whole guide about how to handle objections. Okay, most common objections and how to handle them. Look at these. Oh, bless. Why does it do that? For some reason, it scrolls very strangely. Okay. I clicked on the right guide. There's recipes. There are financial resources. There are all sorts of things. Okay, here they are. Okay, business opportunity. Let's go to product objections first. And you can print all of these out. Okay, somebody says they're already healthy. This is how you can respond. Amy, I totally understand how you feel. I actually felt the same way. If you did, don't lie. Okay, please don't lie. Be authentic. You can say, you know, my girlfriend so-and-so did it. I worked out daily and we ate clean, but I felt like something was missing. What I found is that we simply can't get all we need from diet and exercise alone. Would you be open to checking out some info that explains how and why supplements are actually recommended by top food and nutrition publications? Okay, this is one that we all get, right? Can't afford it. Amy, I absolutely understand how you feel. As a homeschooling mom, I didn't think I could afford it, and I felt kind of guilty for wanting to invest in myself. What I have found, though, is that I'm actually a better wife and mom when I feel my best. I'm actually saving and making money because I'm not going to the doctor, getting meds, plus the fact that I made almost $500 my first month of Plexus. I love the wholesale membership because it saves me a lot of money on my products and allows me to bless my family tremendously with my referral business. If I could show you how I managed to afford it, even on a fixed income, would you be willing to take a look? Do you see how non-threatening that is? And you don't even have to say all of that. You know, there's a lot of examples in there and you would tweak it to yourself, but you are validating the feelings, saying, you know, I validate the feelings and then showed them another reality. What I found is this, okay? Tried other products before. I can absolutely relate. I spent so much time, energy, and money on things that didn't work. Then I learned that other things didn't work because they weren't addressing the roots of the issues. Can I share with you how gut health and blood sugar balance may be the missing piece of your health journey? Totally non-threatening, and you're asking for permission and giving them another position. Okay, let's go to business objections. Okay, doesn't have time. I already did that one, so let's move on from time just for the sake of time. Need my own results first. Anybody heard that one? I want my own results first. Okay, the very first thing I will say to that, and here's another little tip. When I get an objection, I try to flip it and say, this is exactly why you're going to be fantastic at this. And when someone says they need their own results first, I 100% say, you know what? I absolutely love that. And that's another reason why you're going to be fantastic at this, because what you're really saying is you need to know that the products work. You're a person of integrity and you need to believe in what you're talking about. And I 100% respect that. I was the same way. And integrity is the number one thing that I look for in someone that I want to link arms with. So I respect that about you. And that shows me that people will trust you. And that's another reason why you're going to be great. Who doesn't want to be told that they're a person of integrity and that that's a reason they're going to be great? You've totally flipped the script and shown them why and primed them for why they will be great at this. Okay. And I can relate because I felt the same way. You need to believe that the products work. It means you have integrity. I've learned that, and you can easily build your belief by learning about the products. I've learned that most of the health issues we deal with in this country are related to poor gut health, blood sugar imbalance, and inflammation, exactly what our products address. And I just decided I didn't want my friends and family to have to wait on my results when they could start getting their results. If I could share with you how you could share authentically with others, even while working on your own results. Would you be open to that? See, we always end with a question asking for permission. You're not trying to convince anybody of anything. You're simply educating and showing them another reality. Okay. Not a salesperson. Raise your hand if you've heard this one, right? Well, I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way. I actually had a negative view of sales, but I love to tell people about the things I love. And I've actually learned that selling is just serving and offering solutions to people. And I believe that these products can help so many people who are literally praying for relief right now. If I could show you how you can share from a place of love and service, would you be open to that? Was that salesy? No, no, it wasn't. Okay. We talked about being an introvert. Okay, MLM. This is one of my favorites because I had this one. I had this one. Don't want to be part of MLM. Listen, I totally relate to this. I never wanted to be in network marketing. I had tried a couple and actually lost money. But now, okay, and then I use the restaurant example. You've heard me say this. Listen, have you ever been to a restaurant? Right. You've been to a good restaurant, love the food, love the service. Yes, absolutely. Now, have you ever been to a restaurant where the service was awful and the food was worse? Well, let me ask you, did you stop going to restaurants because you had a bad experience? 100%, they're going to say no. Say, well, it's the same way. I just learned what restaurants to go to. Same thing, right? They're good lawyers, good doctors, bad doctors. And what I've learned is that I've learned about the industry, and I'm actually so proud to be a professional network marketing. And here's the thing, I'm helping people not only create the job of their dreams, but the life of their dreams. I have a video, or my friend Michelle did a video. It's under 11 minutes about why network marketing is so powerful. If I sent it to you, would you check it out and give me your feedback? And then you highlight the aspect of network marketing that speaks to their color personality, whether it's unlimited income potential, achievement, recognition, fun, the ability to serve people. You can create lots of spreadsheets if you're green. Do you see? You highlight what speaks to them. Okay. Maybe they've already tried an MLM. I totally understand how you feel. Or my friend Michelle, she did the same thing, or Angela did the same thing. I mean, I actually tried a couple and lost money, but what I found is that Plexus is different. We have a life-changing consumable product that every man, woman, and child needs. We don't have inventory. We don't have to have parties. There's so much that makes Plexus different. And we have one of the fastest growing teams, and it's because of the proven systems we have and the leadership and support you'll get along the way. What are your thoughts? Are you open to checking it out? You can use my Why Plexus video and send it to them, showing them another reality, right? Same thing with don't like social media or a saturated market. They say, oh, I should have gotten in. It's not the ground floor. Everybody's heard about Plexus. Well, actually, less than 3% of our country has heard the word Plexus. And we're just starting, and we have a global strategy, and we will be a legacy company that everyone has heard of and tried. I can guarantee you someone will tell your friends and family about Plexus, so it may as well be you. And listen, there's a woman who is a double diamond in our country, and they go to a small private school in Texas, and there are 9 diamonds in that one school. Because everybody you know can unlock a whole nother world. God definitely has people for you to reach, right? What I found is the world's at your fingertips, and all you need is a couple of people to link arms with to be truly successful. All righty, don't like social media or a little presence. I totally relate. In fact, maybe I posted once a week and rarely went on social media, but what I found is that social media is just a tool. You can reach unlimited people with one post. You don't need to be on social media to be successful, but it can help to speed up the process. What matters most is personal connection, in person, over the phone, text, social media, third-party validation. We had a teacher replace her teaching income just by word of mouth. What are your thoughts about that? Love asking, ending with the question. Ask them what their thoughts are. Ask them if they're open to exploring more. Do you see none of these are convincing anybody of anything, right? Okay, we did those. We did those. Okay, let me stop sharing. And all of these, oh, whoops, I do want to share one more thing. Okay, I want to show you where these all are in our guides. See, those PDFs are in our guides. And then we also have all these videos that you can watch. No one wants to do this with me. I just can't do this. This isn't working. And then this, the 12 excuses of Christmas, there's a huge list right here. My husband isn't supportive, don't know enough people, social media, too expensive. Okay. So let me just say, I'm not a salesman. I don't want to be annoying. There's a couple, I'm too busy. Okay. What I want to tell each and every one of you is this. Two things. Number one, I want you to take note of the objection that you're hearing the most. Is it cost? Is it MLM? Is it too busy? Because generally speaking, you will get the objection that you have not overcome yourself, because you attract what you believe and expect. So if you think the products are too expensive, guess what? A lot of people are going to come to you and say, I think these are too expensive. If you think you're too busy, you're going to hear, I'm too busy. I can't do this. So I just showed you where all the tools are. You have all the resources at your fingertips to hyper focus and help you overcome your own objections. Because everything is about belief, and those with the highest belief have the strongest businesses, and those with the strongest businesses have the highest belief. So the responsibility and the ownership is on you to overcome your own objections. So I would like you to get really honest with yourself, like brutally honest with yourself, and think through, what are those sneaky little thoughts that are in your head that hold you back? I'm too busy. I can't do this. I can't find business builders. I'm going to lose this is just like before. And then dig in to the objections and help and get with your sponsor and help to overcome them. Because you can. Because it's just a limiting belief. That's all it is. And for every objection that you have, somebody in the jewels has used that as a stepping stone. I don't remember who posted this, but I copied it. And this is the quote. If we would only see that all limitations are self-imposed and chosen out of fear, we would leap at once. If we would only see that all limitations are self-imposed and chosen out of fear, we would leap at once. Because friends, when you overcome your objections, you can fly. And that's your job description, to love and serve people well and to help them fly. So dig down deep, get into that section of the guides, study, print off those PDFs. I made them black and white so they're easy to print, and dig deep. All righty, friends, go help people fly. Have a great night. I'm going to stop the recording.